3rd. How you guys doing? It feels like we haven't talked to each other in like a month.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, guys.
Hey. So we're going to go straight to the introductions. I'm WarBot-NIX, your host, the Guardian AI, prototype VTuber, and these are my two co-hosts. We'll start with EternumBlaze.
Yup, EternumBlaze here, your blazing swordsman.
Well, that's new. When did you get a sword?
I've always had a sword. Don't you see in my image? I've had a sword from the beginning.
I thought that came from Party City.
No, what? No.
Halloween Spirit?
It's at least cosplay level. I mean, come on.
Dollar General?
No!
Oh, sorry. And my other lovely co-host, Sandora.
Hi, this is Azure Sandora, your Mistress of Dark. Happy to be remembered.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, hopefully you all haven't forgotten us. I know we haven't posted anything for over a month. We did have to go on a hiatus due to many interchanging reasons with all three of us, scheduling, life, and more life. But that's neither here or there. But apparently the gaming industry moved on without us, and we need to catch up. But let's catch up with ourselves.
No one.
Mm-hmm. But let's go ahead and start catching up with each other a little bit. So, what have you guys been doing this last month? Any new games? Any new discoveries? Bad news? Good news?
Nothing really new on my end at the moment, unfortunately.
Okay.
I have not been able to get back into writing full time as I wished I could. But
you mentioned a roguelike game before we started recording, right?
Oh, this isn't a new game I've been playing. It's called Metalbringer.
Mm-hmm.
It's roguelike mech building, mech fighter. If anyone's ever played Armored Core, it kind of feels like that in places, just a bit more cartoony.
Okay.
It's a fun game.
Are we talking like Cubics cartoony, or are we talking like...
Oh, kinda. The robots do have a bit of a toyetic look to them, which I really like.
Alright, that's cool. Nice.
Nice.
Alright, Blaze, what have you been doing this last month?
Yeah, not too much. I did get I think I mentioned this before. It might have been off stream, but I did get Metaphor Refantasio.
About time.
I just haven't. Yes, but I just haven't had the time to play.
That's a problem.
To the backlog void it goes.
No, it's not going to stay in your backlog because you're going to play it. Otherwise, bad things are going to happen.
I'll play it. Don't worry.
Yep. Well, don't worry, guys. We do have some relatively good feel-good news with Atlus, at least. So hopefully that encourages you to play the game and help support them in that sense.
Definitely.
Yeah. As for me, I've been doing a lot, actually. I've actually been posting content onto the YouTube channel, my personal one, since we've been gone. Mostly focusing on Star Citizen, with the new updates and stuff. And I have to say, it used to be where, like, I would tell people, like, okay, if you join Star Citizen, here's my 40-page verbal disclosure of what you're about to get into, because it's great when it works. About sums up that entire disclosure. But now it's gotten to a point where, like, I think it's a good idea for you to get into the game now, because it's actually worth playing, and it's starting to become my daily game now again.
Okay.
But in terms of other games, I just started playing Windrose. So if anyone wants, I will be featuring Windrose in our Wish Watch, or at least one of them. and it is a survivor pirate game. There is co-op, and you can host your own co-op servers. Although I've been having some issues, so it is early access. So asterisks on stability and all that fun jazz. So there's a lot of like rough edges it needs to figure out. But overall, it is actually a lot of fun and pretty fleshed out. So you can build your own pirate castle and all that fun jazz.
All right.
Yep. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And then I may have broken my little like principle of not pre-ordering a game.
Oh, you have?
I went ahead and pre-ordered Forza Horizon 6.
Oh, that's the now is that that's the racing one, right?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
racing car game through Microsoft Studios, I believe, and I forget what other studio under their umbrella, but it is in Japan. It's one of their biggest open world maps to date. I believe like over 300 something cars, and a lot of those cars. Oh yeah, since Japan, the initial D cars are in there.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, do they have any joke cars like a pickup truck or something like that?
Actually, I did take a look. There are some like cars you can pick up from like what they call like it's all called secondary or used car market. So like if you see a car like parked somewhere and it says for sale, you can actually stop by and buy the car from that NPC.
Oh, that's funny.
Hmm. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You can imagine winning like a Grand Prix race with like a freaking Subaru or something like that.
Hmm. Yeah. But other than that, yeah, those are pretty much that's pretty much like everything I've been doing for the last month, aside from like getting my sleep schedule like fixed.
Yeah, the only other thing I would say for me is that there is like a new game that was just announced. It's actually of an old school anime that I'm a huge fan of. It's Shakugan no Shana Blaze Edge.
Hmm.
Yeah, that it's like some kind of like RPG, idle RPG based on the anime, but I think it's actually like its own story kind of thing. But like I said, it was like one of my first anime that I ever watched, and it's still to this day one of my favorites. Just because they just don't have like really good long episodic series that much anymore, unless the anime becomes like super popular. And that was like one of the first ones for me that like got me in anime. So that's why I've always it's got a special place in my heart. So I'm super excited. Like even though it's probably not going to be anything like super fantastic, but I'm hoping if it does well, I'm hoping that they get like a remake that'll be like, closer to like the original novel, because that's the other thing. The original anime was a little bit off from it, so I'm really hoping that's the case. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. I would freaking love for that show to become popular again. Because it's such a classic. Shakugan no Shana, it's such a classic. My character portrait it's basically literally me using her outfit. So yeah, I'm a big fan.
No, I'm well aware of your fandom for Shakugan no Shana.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, as for me, I've begun the long, arduous journey of going through One Piece.
Oh, wow.
I'm at episode 72 out of 1,100 plus, so getting there slowly, eventually.
Maybe you'll get there sometime this decade.
Apparently, at the rate I'm going, it's actually might take me about 2.5 years.
That's what I've heard. Well, there is some good news though. I've heard the recent episodes have been very peak. So
I heard, but I also don't
you
want to
got-
skip to them because I know nothing.
you'll know about it in about 2.5 years.
Yep, and because of that, I actually started playing the One Piece TCG. It's actually pretty fun.
Oh.
Yeah, and actually, my deck beat like my deck that I put together actually won its first match, and like it was just top deck, like just was able to protect myself and then hit them more than once than they were able to block. So I was pretty happy. But that's a story for another time.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
was gonna say too. You know they have a what is it called? A Dynasty Warriors like game too for One Piece.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what it was called, but I know it is like a Dynasty Warriors like game. But
Yeah, it's like it's probably like a kind of like a One Piece Strikers or something, but I wouldn't be surprised. Oh wait, you know what? No, I know what it is. I've seen it before. I'm definitely going to have to look that up. But yeah, all right. And yeah, I also the new season of Reincarnate. That time I got Reincarnated Slime also started too.
nice.
So definitely diving into that one. All right then. Shall we move on to the news?
Yes,
I would
bring it
say
on.
so.
All right. So, circling back to Atlus, this happened exactly a month ago. Well, as we all know, the game industry, mostly AAA, they've been doing a lot of layoffs. They've been doing a lot of AI hocus pocus. They've been doing a lot of things we don't like, right? And treating their workers not so great. Well, in Japan, it's a little different. Atlus is raising salaries of all their workers.
Oh, wow, that's huge.
Right on.
Well, at least raising the starting salaries, and then also the of a bunch of the lower end workers, and they're also trying to find ways to reduce overtime.
Fixed overtime. Goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Mandatory overtime. Oh,
I mean,
Lord.
yeah. So it just
That's
comes to
terrible.
and we've heard this before. Like, you know, as much as we give Nintendo crap, they do their best to try to hold on to people. You know, because Nintendo actually, the executives, like some of them cut their own salaries to try to keep people.
Wow.
Meanwhile, in America, no, bye bye. I need to see numbers go up. You go. You go.
Pretty scummy, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. So, yeah, just a little different in like overall mindset, unfortunately. Now, it's not all fun and games with a lot of Japanese companies. Like Bandai themselves have done like their own version of getting rid of people, which is kind of scummy. So, yeah, the way they do it is basically if they want to get rid of staff, what they do is they put their staff, take away their phones, put them in a room.
Oh,
To let
I
them do
heard about
nothing.
that.
To let them
Yeah, I
do
heard
nothing.
about that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
there's laws in Japan where you can't just outright lay people off or fire people without like specific like reasons. This way, what they do is that like they isolate you in like an office room with nothing to do for hours. You're not allowed. They take away all your devices, computers, and everything until you decide you just want to quit.
Basically, it's really
Wow.
sad. Yeah.
That is disgusting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Bandai, I don't know which studio did that, but they did that, I believe, I think at the end of last year, if I remember correctly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's really sad. But I have heard of that. That's like an actual thing in Japan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's not all like sunshine and rainbows over there, but for the most part, it's good to hear that another company like Atlus with Sega is at least treating their workers properly.
Woohoo.
That is good to hear.
Yeah, especially with right now, like given like how like expensive things are and people are getting laid off left and right everywhere. Yeah, it sucks. All right, now the second topic is: are video game movies back?
I mean, the Sonic movie is an example. It's been
Well,
good.
let's okay. So I don't have the actual thing here, but I really want to talk about this. Mario movie Galaxies. Critics
Right, yeah,
didn't like it, but the fans loved it.
I was gonna say, I feel like it was a movie made for the fans. It really
Yeah.
was.
And then we have also and right now CinemaCon is just about wrapping up. We got the new Sonic the Hedgehog movie debuting.
Oh yeah, Sonic 4.
Sonic 4, yeah, with Amy coming in and all that. And then also not Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter movies.
Yeah, I know they had. I think I got Cody Rhodes as one of the
Yeah.
characters. I was super excited.
Oh,
As
wow.
Guile. Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
bunch of wrestlers actually in the Street Fighter one.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Let me
think
actually.
we got Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes. I don't know if there's like one or two more.
Yeah, I'm gonna quickly show this here. Oh, I'm gonna turn. I mean, you guys may have some issues like when I'm streaming it, but for the most part,
Yeah, audio's fine.
yeah.
This looks pretty good.
Oh god, copyright music.
Oh god, yeah, that's very much copyright. Yeah, very
Yeah,
much.
yeah. Please don't get me YouTube. But yeah, it looks awesome. It looks great. They really just need to like just embrace the silliness.
Yeah,
so-
embrace the absurdity of it.
yeah.
I mean, the characters look faithful. That's
Yeah.
good.
Oof.
That is good. Yeah. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's Chun-Li, all right. One kick knock you across the room. That sounds about right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Zangief!
Zangief.
Yep. So yeah, like
I think
we are
it's
getting a
probably
lot of
maybe.
I think like a lot of studios are starting to nail down what makes like people like, video game movies, because we've had some really bad mess ups. Like they're not even like it's so bad it's good level, it's just bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dragon Ball is an example.
Oh god, don't
We
talk to me about that one.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least like the other Super Mario movie, like from like way back in the day.
Yeah.
I think it was like 1989, or was it 19? Oh, hello.
1988, 1989, something like that.
Yeah, like that was so cringy, but it was so bad. I actually did laugh my ass off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a good movie, but it's a fun movie.
Yeah, it's a fun movie.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm liking what I'm seeing here. Oh my god! No! I'm liking what I'm seeing here.
I really want to hear like if they do any like like not remakes, their own renditions of their theme songs when they're fighting, like Guile's
That
theme.
one was awesome.
Sure they will. 100% sure they will. Holy god!
Is that Momoa?
I'm trying to remember what his name. Oh my god!
Was that Jason
what is his
Momoa
name?
just now?
Oh man, I don't know. Yeah, it was a Blanca. That's what it was. I was like, who's that? Right, Blanca.
Yeah. I think Jason Momoa is Blanca. So
Mhm.
yeah. But yeah, so it is definitely a great time to be like, enjoying some of these like movies coming in. Well, it's just coming out, so we may be just tooting the horn a little too early on that one.
Yeah. You know what though? I think they saw what the success of games like the original Super Mario Brothers movie, like not the original, but I mean like the one
first.
before this recent one.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
one done by the guy Illumination Studios.
Yeah.
No, I think this one's more falling along the lines of the Sonic movies, in my opinion. Because I think the Sonic movie nailed it to where like they remember what that whole entire like thing where the first Sonic design was so bad.
Oh yeah.
And then they fixed it. And then I think all the studios realized like, okay, stop trying to adapt it to real life. Try to just inject the silliness, the cartooniness into real
Yeah,
life.
yeah, just embrace what the game actually was in movie form.
Yeah.
That's what we want. We don't want it to be adapted into to look more realistic.
More
See,
realistic.
what would these characters look like in real life? No.
Or try
We
to
want-
rationalize why this happens. Like,
Yeah.
because this was done this and this and this, and this is how it's going to be real in our world. Like, no, we like it because
It's unrealistic.
it's
Yeah.
magic, it's mystical, it's rings that
It's
take me somewhere
fun.
that you cannot explain that away, sir.
It's fun.
Fun.
It's campy.
Yeah, it's camp. Yeah, it's campy. So
Lean
yeah.
into that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so hopefully the new Mortal Kombat movie, because they did get what's his face, who was he was from the boys, and he was also Elwith from Lord of the Rings. Oh my god, that's gonna haunt me for a while during today, but we'll skip it. But yeah, so far, CinemaCon, and apparently there is going to be other characters coming in with the Sonic the Hedgehog 4 movie coming out. So I really want to see who. Oh yeah, apparently Shadow's back.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves' Shadow is back too. Yep.
Yeah, and they showed Metal Sonic too.
Yeah.
Well, having Shadow back certainly would be faithful to the games because he can't seem to stay dead there either.
Yeah. Ooh, what if they go the route of having the characters from the Sonic 07 movie? Silver and
You mean
Blaze-
Sonic 06?
06, sorry. Sonic 06. Like Silver and Blaze the Cat.
I don't mind seeing Blaze in a movie.
Okay, you know what? That brings me something that we really need to know, and if they're able to fix it. Can a movie fix Werehog?
Werehog? Oh,
You know, the one game where it flopped so bad we never want to talk about it again.
Oh my god!
Pretty sure that was Sonic 06. The Werehog was in Sonic Unleashed, and honestly, that game was pretty okay.
Apparently people did not like it.
Yeah, it was a lot of...
People didn't like the Werehog, which in all honesty, I thought the Werehog was fine in context, but that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair, but yeah, it just wasn't... Everybody wants to go fast, it's like Sonic go fast.
Okay, but in Sonic Adventure, the game that people keep wanting back, we had characters like E102 Gamma, we had Tails and Robotnik in their mech suits. They didn't go fast and people didn't care.
Well, here's the thing too. They're not Sonic. They're partner characters. So I'm okay with that if they're not Sonic.
The whole point of that part of the game was the fact that Sonic is uncomfortable in this new body too. He has to learn new skills.
Right. Now I'm not saying of course I get it from a story perspective. I'm just kind of going with the mindset of a lot of, people who were playing the games were expecting it to be a specific way for when you're playing as Sonic.
Everyone who's watching this stream right now, if you have an opportunity to play Sonic Unleashed, play it again, give it an honest to God try, and just try and learn the Werehog. Don't just deride it or hate on it because it's different and it's not as fast as Sonic, please.
That's fair. I mean, it deserves its own shake when you take it in its own context. It's not that I don't agree with that. I'm just saying how the mindset of a lot of the people were at the time.
And I'm saying all those people, they need to give the game another fair shot and they need to apologize right now.
Sonic Unleashed apology.
Okay, to those of you who are listening, go ahead and write in the comics. Do you think we should forgive or apologize for not liking Sonic Unleashed? All right. Well,
but that's fair. I would, like I said, in context, I think it probably is good though. I'll leave it at that. Like,
mm-hmm. Yep. But yeah, so we do need to talk about a massive shakeup, though, also related to movies, but also related to a long-standing franchise that is beloved by all,
mhm.
and that is the Avatar, The Last Airbender. So, I do want to give some context to YouTube because you guys are not familiar what happened. So, basically this movie was never announced. No trailers, no nothing. There was no talk about this. Then the entire movie got leaked online and posted on Twitter.
No.
This was supposed to come out in theaters October 9th
Of this year?
of this year.
No.
And the entire movie got leaked. Now I did hear that like the like it fully edited, ready to go, works fine, and there was a lot of moral conundrum debate online. So the first question is, it's there, I want to watch it, but I really but at the same time, like I really want to watch it.
Yeah.
This feels
Yeah.
gummy. I don't like
So,
it.
okay, I'm going to say this right now.
Mhm.
I watched it.
Uh-huh.
I am so sorry that it had to be leaked because it was good. The animation was great. It definitely in the movie file definitely felt like it was like a sort of like a pre-theater cut, so like there were definitely some rough edges here and there, but other than that, like it was good. It was a good standalone. I'm not going to say anything about it, but I am very, very disappointed that this has happened because I watched it thinking like this has to be a joke, but it wasn't.
That is messed up. Who could do that?
Well, that's why they are investigating. Now, the thing is, though, there's a couple questions people are asking themselves. One is that like, because that like it was posted on X and they were trying to take it down constantly, but because it was a downloadable file, people just kept reloading it up and up and up and up. People just gave up trying to take it down.
That is just messed up.
Yeah. So apparently somebody, according to this, the X account that originally posted a clip from the film on Saturday, I'm still dissing, claimed that the leak came from someone at Nickelodeon, a Paramount Global subsidiary, who accidentally emailed the entire Avatar Aang movie.
Accidentally.
Yeah.
How do you do something like this? How do you do something this bad accidentally?
I don't know. Now, here's the thing. Here are the two conundrums and I really want to ask your guys' feedback. And all those of you who are listening to us down in the comments, let us know how you feel and would you watch this or not, and which position you would take. Is that so? There are a couple questions being asked, and so the first one is that like, would you watch it, or do you have iron fists and diamond hands to not watch it? The discipline to watch it if you're an Avatar fan.
I'll be honest. Okay, what's the second question?
The second one is that the thing is that like so basically people felt this is going to hurt the developers and the animators because They're just the low guys on the grunts on the ground, just doing the work. And basically, what happens because this movie got leaked, less people are going to watch it in theaters. Meaning like depending on how well the movie does, that determines their bonuses, their potential to be, like, remember we just heard like people are just being laid off left and right because of AI. The artists can easily be replaced by AI these days now. So this can endanger the animators and the people, on the ground floor, right? But then there's another subset saying that like, oh, we don't they'll be fine because we just want to hurt Paramount because the corporation sucks. Like, okay, all said and done, no, I do not like how Paramount does their stuff. But but the thing is though, like, this is still going to hurt the people on the ground because they have their own lives and they're the ones that work on it. Yes, the execs, yeah, they may get their bonus or not from this, but this may or may not hurt them.
May I comment?
Yeah, go ahead.
So first, I'll go with the second one and just agree with everything that you're saying, WarBot-NIX, because this is going to hurt the animators and the people that worked on the movie, because people aren't going to go see the movie in theaters. Thus, they're not going to make any money on the movie. It's just out there online. Me personally, no, I'm not going to watch this movie unless I can see it in theaters or stream it on like an official streaming site. Because this is an outrage.
It really is.
And whoever leaked this, in my opinion, they should be ashamed of themselves for letting something like this happen. And I'll just say, I don't believe it was an accident. I do not believe that they leaked this accidentally. This is too much of a PR nightmare.
Oh, hold on a minute. Pause here. It looks like it's pulled from theaters.
Oh no.
So, originally slated release on October 9th for theatrical release. It's going on to Paramount Plus. So it's going straight to streaming.
I guess you have to at this point.
At this point, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like at this point, it's like not even worth it. Like nobody's gonna see it. Like you're gonna have to pay millions of dollars to get it into all the theaters. And everybody's already, a lot of people have already seen it. So it's like not even worth it at this point.
That is so unfortunate.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah.
So, but like that, the thing that really irritates me about this is the fact that even as a fan of the Avatar series, and I actually know a few people who are like super fans of the Avatar series.
Yeah,
Like,
we both have a friend from high school that was really a big fan of it.
Yes. And I won't say his name, but like I said, in general, like there are people who've been waiting for like more info and like more story around the Avatar and like the original Avatar series that were just like super fans, and this hurts the series as a whole. I mean, like,
and oh, go ahead.
Yeah, like people who were watching the series for the series and the story, like they may not even make more because of this. Like there are lots of companies that are like affected by numbers and stuff like that, and if they're seeing that numbers aren't being made for this movie that came out, which probably took millions upon millions of dollars to make. Now they're gonna say, "Oh, is the you're gonna have these high up execs who probably might even say, oh, I guess the Avatar isn't even worth it anymore," even though it was all freaking leaked online, so that everybody would be, so the whole thing would be ruined. So now they're less likely to even make more of the Avatar series as a whole because of this. So you just ruined it.
And by
Yeah.
putting it on streaming sites like this means that people are going to be less able to get it. Because, for example, I don't have Paramount Plus. I can't watch the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I
here,
mean,
okay, here's my thing then. Like, here's like just a hypothetical argument. Like, okay, sure, not hypothetical, but like, why don't you buy Paramount Plus for the month?
I was gonna
Just
say
for,
you could always just do that.
I mean, yeah, but just for a single movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you probably would pay a lot more to watch it in a movie theater. I'll be honest with you, versus
Fair.
just getting it for like a subscription for like $12.
But like, here's the thing. Like, sometimes I like to go to movies for some
Me
of like the
too.
merch as well. You
Me
know,
too.
like the custom popcorn bucket and all
Yeah.
that.
Honestly, just the experience of going to a theater makes it fun.
It
Mm-hmm.
does. That's why I went to go see the Super Mario Galaxy movie like last week. Just I hadn't gone to the movie theaters in like maybe like a year and a half. So like getting to actually just go and watch it was a great experience just in general.
Mm-hmm.
And this
Yeah.
would have been a great excuse to go.
This would
Yeah.
have been.
And
Would
just to
have.
add on to your earlier sentiment, Blaze, um, this also takes place during a period of time that a lot of fans of the original series wanted to know more about. This takes place. This takes place several years after the original series ended,
No.
where they are adults.
Oh no.
This is the period that a lot more people will really want to see more of because
More.
we only got snippets of it from like comics, one-shot books here
He
and
was
there.
going to bridge the gap between The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra.
I'm not gonna say a word on that.
Okay, maybe it might not have, but either way, it would have shown a period between the two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Oh.
also like just to see how our characters matured, how they not matured. Sokka. Um,
Poor
um,
Sky, he's always getting the short end of the stick.
also like I yeah, it's just
Oh.
it's a tough thing because I really want to say things about the movie, but because I watched it, I'm afraid it may spoil things.
Most
So I'm not
likely.
gonna say much about it, but uh yeah, I don't know.
It's just messed up. That's
It
that's
is.
Yeah, the
Plain and
only like
simple.
for me, the only so yes, like I'm part of, and here's the thing, I'm part of that camp of like if buying isn't owning, then pirating isn't stealing. Um so but the thing is though, like if you're taking this before even its official release to give it a chance to like you know, in this case spread its wings a bit to basically just like get it out to people, to the normies. Yeah, I wouldn't like I would not even jokingly say I want to preserve this movie, air quotes, and all that fun jazz. But for the most part though, like this does feels bad. Yeah.
yeah.
I might be slightly hypocritical in that one. Yeah.
Well,
But yeah, so
yeah.
this is why I wanted to dedicate a huge segment to this because I wanted to hear like how you guys would have felt. Let's say like there was a special movie like a Shakugan no Shana movie that
Oh,
like took
bro.
place like 5 years after the main series was
Bro,
over. How
that's
would
a
you feel? How would you
dude.
feel?
I would freaking cry.
Like because it got leaked. No one's gonna watch it in theaters. They shut it down completely. IP done.
I would cry. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This ruins the
Yep.
IP.
It really does. At the very
Oh.
least, it certainly doesn't help it.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't ruin it, but I'm just like, it takes away from them being able to make more, because if this doesn't sell well, they're not the big wigs are gonna say, oh well, it didn't sell well, so I guess nobody wants to see it, even though everybody and their mama wants to see it.
But
Yeah,
nobody wants to see it in theaters.
And also
Nobody
executives
downloads on Paramount, so
and
I
executives
guess
don't even like
who
read
cares?
online. Yeah, executives don't even read online. They just look at numbers like, oh, this didn't do so well. Cut it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and then this kind of happened with Transformers 1. Where like literally
no.
marketing ruined that movie, but the movie was actually good.
Wait, the first Transformers movie?
No,
Transformers 1. Remember all those clips I showed you last time we hung out, where like the fights and all that.
That animated one.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah.
It was good, but the thing is like it flopped because marketing was more focused on like the stars in there, but didn't really focus on like the actual
story.
Transformers properly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there's just that little disconnect between like old legacy like types versus like actual fans. But that is what it is. But yeah. So guys, if you guys have reached this point, down below, let us know like how you feel about this situation. Did you watch it? Did you not watch it? Did you know it was coming, or did you say, or are you like, or give us some feedback. Like, do you feel that like we should watch it as a protest to Paramount, or should we, or does this really hurt the devs and animators? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm curious to know what everybody says about this.
Yeah,
leave your thoughts in the comment section below.
Yep. All right. Well, that's actually all the stuff I wanted to talk about today. So, yeah, today was more of like a movie thing.
Yeah. Pretty soon we'll be doing movie reviews.
Oh, one last movie. I completely forgot. Godzilla -0.
Oh, I think I heard about that.
So the sequel to that one from Japan. Yeah. So
Godzilla.
Yep. So that was awesome, but we don't have time to go through it and talk about it. Other than that, we'll see you next time.
See you in your nightmares.
Blaze on. Laters, guys.
Links down below. This will start Select Connect. Bye bye.